My view on new education policy 2020 in higher education. Recently on 31st July, the Union Cabinet has approved new education policy 2020. As we know, this is the first education policy of 21st century and replaced the fourth education policy on education of 1968 to 1986. As we say that education is very important for each and every person. Why? Because the education gives us the knowledge of the world around us and changes it into something better. It develops in us a perspective of looking at life. It helps us build opinions and have points of view on things in life. People debates over the subjects of whether education is the only thing that gives knowledge. Question is what education gives. It provides stability, financial security, equality, self-dependence, help to make dream come true, safer world, confidence. It is a part of society and economic growth of the nation, and it protect you also. Education is important for succeeding human, possible emerging a sensible culture and help to promote national development. Universal high quality education is the best way forward for emerging and make best use of our country's rich talents and resources for the good of the individual, the society, the country and the world. India will have the highest population of the young people in the world over the next decade, and we know very well that the placements are not there and the government is focusing on the entrepreneurship and skill development. That's why we know very well that the population of the young people in the world over next decade and our ability to provide high education quality should be there. They will be given opportunity and they will be determined to the future of the country. If we see around the world, it is undergoing rapid changes in the knowledge landscape. You can see lot of the dramatic scientific and technological changes are coming, and new advanced technologies are coming in. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, many unskilled jobs worldwide may has been going to take over by machines, while the need for skilled workforce, particularly involving mathematics, computer science and data science in conjunction with multidisciplinary availability across the science, social science and humanity, will going to increase in huge demand. Basically, the aim of the National Education Policy 2020 in the first education policy of the 21st century aim is to address the many growing development imperative of our country. This policy proposes the revision and revamping of all aspects of education structure, including its regulation and governance, to create a new system that is while to aspiration goal of 21st century education, including sustainable development, growth, fourth, while building upon India's tradition and value system. The education policy has lays particularly emphasis on the development of the creative potential of each individual. It is based on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacity, both the foundational capacity of the literacy and the numeracy and higher order cognitive capacities such as critical thinking and problem solving, but also social, ethical and emotional capacity and dispositions. The aim of the education in the ancient India was not just acquisition of the knowledge as preparation of life in this world or life beyond schooling, but for completing realization and liberalization of the self. This national education policy predicts an education system to rooted in India ethos that contributes directly to transforming India, that is Bharat sustainable into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all and thereby making India is a global knowledge superpower. In the ancient time in India, as we know, such as Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, Vallabhi, these all are the setup which are giving the highest standards of multidisciplinary teaching and research and host scholars and students from across background and the country. As you have listened about the Nalanda University, it was the #1 university in the world and lot of the foreigners are coming and taking the education in our country, and teachers are also from around the world. When the Bhakya Khilji has attacked on and it was caught by the fire, around 3 months the library has been burning because there were a lot of books which was written by the hand and it has been burned till 3 months, and the highest education has been destroyed by the Bhakya Khilji. That's why we know very well that the India education system produced lot of great scholars such as Aryabhatta, Bhaskaracharya, Brahmagupta, Chanakya, Nagarjuna, Gautama. These all are the great scholars of our country, those who have took their education of these universities. As we have heard about the Takshila, Nalanda, everything in the ancient time. Reasons behind of this new education policy is to bring that the teacher must be at the center of the fundamental reform in the education system. The new education policy must help re-establishing teachers at all levels as the most respected and essential members of our society, because they help to do their job as effectively as possible. The new education policy must help recruit the very best and brightest to enter the teaching profession at all levels. As Dr. Pavnesh has said that this policy is going to give the opportunity to the local persons. The new education policy will help here, and the teaching professions of the all levels will be come out by ensuring livelihood, respect, dignity and autonomy, while also instilling in the system basic method of the quality control and accountability. The new education policy must provide to all students, irrespective of their place of residence, a quality education system with particular focus on the historical, marginalized, disadvantages and under represented groups. Education is a great and is the best tool of achieving economic and social mobility, inclusion and equality. Initiatives must be in place of ensure that all students from such groups, despite inherent obstacles, are provided various targeted opportunity to enter and excel in the education system. The purpose, because we are thinking that when the education was going properly, lot of the professional degrees are there, lot of the professional courses are there in the market, then why the need of this new education policy was? So the purpose of behind of this education system is to develop good human being capable of rational thought and action, possessing compassion and empathy, courage and resilience, scientific temper and creative imaginations with sound ethical mourning and values. It aims at producing engaged, productive and contributing citizens for building an equitable, inclusion and plural society as by our constitutions. A good education institution is one is which every student feel welcome and cared for, where a safe and stimulating learning environment exists, where a wide range of learning experience are offered, and where good physical infrastructure and appropriate resources conducive to learning are available to all students. Attaining this quality must be the goal of every educational institution. The new education policy has given a big chances in the higher education. The Indian government has declared this education. Number one, a single regulatory board for the higher education. No UGC, no AICT, no NCTE. There will be only one higher education institution, because sometime we got another notice from the UGC, sometime there is another notice from the AICT, there is another rules and regulation, there is a lot of differences. So now it is going to be become a one, and the higher education institution is going to be implemented in the education sector. There, as my all expert has explained, that there is a multiple entry and exits option in degree courses. Discontinuation of the MPhil program, low stake board exam and common entrance exam for the universities. NOC, no UGC, AICT is there, and Higher Education Commission of India will be set up a single umbrella body for entire higher education, excluding medical or a legal education also. Public and private higher education institution will be governed by the same set of the norm of the regulation, accreditation and academic standards. Government will be phase out the affiliation of the colleges in 50 years, and a stage-wise mechanism is to be established for the granting graded autonomy to college. Science, art, commerce are going to be get blenders under the new education policy 2020. There will be no rigid separation between the science, art or commerce, between the curricular or the extracurriculum activities, between vocational and academic streams. Students can select subject of their liking across the streams. As lot of time we have seen that students are taking admission in the courses, but they have an interest in different type of activities. So here, if the vocational has been entered and the skill has been developed, so the entrepreneurship will be developed, and it will be the helpful in the growth of the economic of the nation. Government will also there will be a college be mandated, and another in the degree courses we can see that under the new education policy, undergraduate degree will be either 3 year or 4 year. Duration will be multiple exits option within this period. College will be mandated to give certificate after completing 1 year discipline or field, including vocational or a professional area, a diploma after 2 years of the study, or a bachelor degree after a 3 year of the program. So now the student can be change his college also. This is the challenge for the private organization also and the university also, that the student have a option. They can be leave the organization in between after the 1 year completing, 2 year completing. Government will also establish an academic bank of the credit for the digitally storing academic credit earned from different higher education, so that this can be transferred and counted toward final degree earned. Another, the government has given the opportunity to enter the foreign university in the India. When the foreign university will be enter in the India, and they have a permission to establish a campus, internationalization of the education will be facilitated through institutional collaboration as well as students and faculty mobility. This will allow the entry of top world ranked university to open campuses in the India. And when the foreign university will be come in the India, then most probably those organization, private sector universities are running in India, and lot of the organization has opened their university and organization only to earn money from this education department. Now they have to be change their criteria. Now they have to focus on the talented teachers. Now teacher will be work hard, and they will be in the competition. There will be a competition between the national university and the international university. So to changing this scenario, this new education policies has been come. In the Technology Forum, an autonomous body, the National Education Technology Forum will be created to provide a platform for the free exchange of idea and on the use of the technology to enhance learning, assessment, planning, administrations, etc. And as I said earlier, that they have merged all the AICT, UGC, NCET. So the National Testing Agency will be there for the entrance exam for the admission to the university across the country. The NTA already conducted the All India Engineering Entrance Test. As we know very well that there is a JEE Main, NEET, UGC NET and others more. As per the National Education Policy 2020, the entrance exam to be conducted by the NTA for the admission in the university and the colleges will be optional. This all is going to be implemented for the quality of the universities of the educations and for the colleges. A new and forward-looking vision for the India's higher education system. Higher education play an extremely important role in the promoting human as well as societal well-being and in developing India as proposed in its constitution. A democratic, just, social conscious, cultured and human nation upholding liberty, equality, fraternity and justice for all. Higher education significantly contributes toward sustainable livelihoods and economic development of the nation. As India moves toward becoming a knowledge economic and society, more and more young Indians are likely to aspire of higher education. If this is given the 21st century requirement quality, higher education must aim to develop good, thoughtful, well-rounded and creative individual. It must enable an individual to study one or more specialized areas of interest at a deep level. When the student will be get a specialization in the interested area, then the education quality will be improved, and also it will develop the character, ethical and constitutional value, intellectual curiosity, scientific temper, creativity, spirit of service and 21st century capability across a range of disciplines including sciences, social sciences, art, humanity, language as well as professional, technical and vocational subjects are there. A quality education must enable personal accomplished and enlightenment, constructive public engagement and productive contributions to the society. It must prepare students for meaningful and satisfying lives and work role of the enable economic independence. For the purpose of developing holistic individual, it is essential that an identifying set of skills and value will be incorporated in each stage of learning from the preschool to the higher education. The purpose of the quality higher education is therefore more than the creation of greater opportunity for the individual employment, and it represents the key to more vibrant, socially engaged cooperative communities and a happier, cohesive culture, productive innovation, progressive and purpose nation. At last, I would like to tell you that in the education system, there is a large as well as the individual institutions within R. There is a recognition, identifying and fostering the unique capability of the students by the sensitizing teachers as well as parents to promote each student's holistic development in both academic and non-academic. According to the highest priority to achieve foundational literacy and numeracy by all students by grade 3, There is a flexibility so that learners have the ability to choose their learning and programs, and thereby they can choose their own path in the life according to their talent and their interest. Now they are going to adopt the subject according to their interest, and they will learn according to their interested subject, and that will be very beneficial for us. No hard separation between art and science, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams, etc., in order to eliminate harmful hierarchies among and soils between different areas of learning. As we have discussed earlier, that there is a multidisciplinarity and holistic education across the sciences, social sciences, art, humanities, and sports for the multidisciplinary world in order to ensure the unity and integrity of that knowledge. Next, there is a creativity and critical thinking to encourage logical decision making and innovation. There is a ethics and human of the constitution value like empathy, respect for others, cleanliness, courtness, democratic spirit of service, respect of public property, scientific temper, liberty, responsibility, equality, and justice. Because people are thinking now that there is a justice. Now when the students will get this kind of opportunity, then they will learn lot of things and they will grow very well. Promoting multilingualism and the power of language in teaching and learning. This is also going to help to the students from the childhood. Life skills such as communication, cooperation, teamwork, and resilience are going to be focused on regular formative assessment for learning rather than summative assessment that encourage today's coaching cultures. There is a extensive use of technology in teaching and learning. Removing language barrier is a big step, because in our India, lot of students are not able to explain their views, or they have a knowledge, but because there is a pressure of the language, they are not able to express and they are not able to attend their proper interviews and to show their quality. So this is also very helpful to the students, and this will be help for their education. Teacher and faculty as the heart of the learning process. Their recruitment, continuous professional development, positive working environment, and service conditions. A light but tight regulatory framework to ensure integrity, transparency, and resource efficiency of the educational system through audit and public disclosure, while encouraging innovation and out-of-box idea through autonomy, good governance, and empowerment. So when the students are going to get these kinds of environment, hope again the India will be the number one in the education sector. And I will give my big thanks to Dr. Rajkumar sir, who has given me this opportunity to express my views in the higher education. Thank you very much, sir.